Welcome back, YouTube. PPS back here. It is the 24th of August already. 1 week away till we're in that September. We're in the month of football. But time to bankroll build a little bit here, right? We're trying to build that bankroll up for some football bets here for week one. Obviously everybody saw yesterday was a little bit pretty good for me. I saw Monotone had a great day yesterday. How you feeling today, Monotone, going into a huge full day of MLB here?
Yeah, I've been taking it a little bit more easy, obviously. But yesterday's slate was nice. Had to jump back in. We got another pretty solid slate as well. I think you said it really well, actually. Bankroll building. Let's get that paper up a little bit more. Before we get those nice big NFL bets. There's so many markets, college football, all that stuff is coming right around the corner. So yeah, we obviously want to win as many bets as we can in these next couple days to get us there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. We're, like I said, full day, man. And I think we both went off yesterday, which is very nice to have kind of going into today to kind of have that confidence back into it. Obviously, I think Monday, it might have been Monday or Sunday, where it was just everything was just shit. Everybody just everything where we were going, it was just not good. And people that come through a lot for us didn't come through that day, but the old reliables came through yesterday, right? Your Gurriels, who was your other guy? Who's your guy? Your guy that you like to roll with?
I got a lot of guys at this point, man. I got a lot of guys. Bohm, that's my guy right there.
Yeah,
Goldie.
Harold, maybe it was.
Oh, Harold, yes. Harold came through. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. But, yeah, we'll have one each here. I might throw in an extra one later. We'll see what happens. We'll see how many people are in here. If I'll throw another one out there, because I do have a few already locked in for this morning. But, we got 20 of you guys in here already. Good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll smash that like button while you're here. Let's take a look who's all in here already. Jay, as always, number one. As long as it's not Friday, Jay's usually the first one in here. We got Gerardo. How you doing? First time I've seen this name, so I'm glad to see you in here this morning. Scott. Everybody in here already this morning. Love to see it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's different now. We got. I don't know how I'm going to play him today, but if I do get to my second play, that one has something that's involved in that game. Obviously,
that's a tough one. Before we get in, right? That series. I mean, the Padres, man. Talk about letting people down. That whole national series did not go the way the public wanted it. They rolled that same thing into yesterday, another low-scoring game. What happened to that offense, man? Guys like Manny Machado, we're on this show all the time. But now, I don't know about you, but you kind of said it for me. I don't even know how I want to play that game yet. Obviously, love Cal on the road, but are the Padres going to wake up anytime soon? Do you have any thoughts on that one?
The thing is I can't really blame Manny. Like, Manny's been really damn good. Like, he's still batting 300. It's just Soto, I don't know if he's used to actually getting 4 full at-bats in games, right? He was walked so much. But, yeah, I have a lot of guys on today's slate that I go to quite a bit. You have some big-time arms on the slate today, too, throughout. Yes, Tim, he will be on a lot of different things for me today. Actually, I might as well just drop both of mine because this is literally exactly what I was talking about there. But, yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't trust the Padres, but I also am cheering extremely hard against the Guardians at this point because I do have that, I think it was plus 550 ticket on the Twins to win the Central. Yeah. And they're right there, one game out. And they made some good trades that I liked. But, yeah, dude, it's just it's frustrating. This Guardians team is tough, man. They're scrappy. And I feel like that scrappy type of play is going to be the type of team that can beat a superstar team like the Padres. I think the Tatis news definitely took some air out of the sails a little bit there, which is depressing. But, yeah, there's a lot of interesting plays today on the slate. But I feel like a lot of the stuff is more juice than I expected it to be. I don't know if you feel the same way. There's definitely a lot of obviously, like your Colorado game, right? It's over under 11. You have the Braves at minus 250. I don't think the Giants should be minus 170. Logan Webb is trash, dude. That dude is absolute garbage can. Man. He had like no strikeouts his last 3 outings. This man can't get swings and misses anymore. People know what's coming. So they're minus 170. I mean, I almost lean the Tigers there. I mean, you have minus 300 on the Mariners.
Yeah.
Really? What warrants them to be minus 300? You have a first-time starter for the Phillies being minus 250, minus 270 on the Rays today. That one I agree with. But why are the Cubs plus 190 today against the Cardinals? I get it, they've been hot, but the Cardinals had an explosion game last night. I mean, you're facing off against Adrian Sampson, who's another garbage can. I mean, there's just so many games today that are so juiced. You got to find your value today because we don't play anything over like what minus 130 is usually my max spot. I mean, the only time I took minus 135 was when Cal was getting just straight money line at home. That was the only time I ever went over minus 130. So today's going to be a tough day. It's going to be a very public day, I feel like, where everybody's going to be betting mostly the same stuff, especially with these money lines being what they are. So make sure you guys do your research, do your stuff on it. And, there's a lot of spots I do like that aren't as juice, but there's definitely more juice out there than I'm used to on a slate like today.
100%.
But, yeah, let's get right into it. We got 25 of you guys in here. Let's get your first play out there, Monotone. Roll it out there.
Sounds good. We're rolling Freddie Freeman, Harold Ramirez, both of these guys to record a hit right here at minus 110 over on FanDuel. We'll start with Harold Ramirez. As you said, that's my guy right there. I think I've probably played him, I want to say, every day for the last week or so, and it really hasn't hurt me at all. I mean, he's obviously – he would lead the league in batting average right now if he qualified for the minimum plate appearances, but he's had some injury stuff. So we're working with a little bit of a smaller sample size here, but still hitting 333 on the season, 371 at home. That's pretty crazy, right? And then obviously in the month of August, he is sitting right here at 367. We love to see all those numbers well above 300 on the season right here. Ramirez has just been extremely consistent since he came back from injury. A couple of these other guys you got to worry about, like Diaz with walks, stuff like that is a little bit tougher. Ramirez really doesn't walk too much at all. He got 5 ABs last night, which is what we like to see when this Rays offense is moving a little bit more. And obviously, they've got a pretty good matchup right here. He's only faced this Angels pitcher once in his career, 1-for-1 with a home run. The Angels pitcher, he hasn't started recently at all. He's been kind of doing long relief. I'm guessing they were throwing an opener in there first, and then he followed him up. So these last 2 outings, he's gone 9 innings, given up 7 runs, 10 hits, and I believe 4 home runs along the way. So not a matchup I'm really scared of at all. There aren't too many I would be with Harold at this point. He's just been so consistent right here. So I love that price right here. And then we're moving over to this Dodgers-Brewers series. Maybe you can give a little bit of insight right here. You're the Brewers guy right here. I was between Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman up until the last second. But I like Freeman right here. I guess the tiebreaker, you could say, was just kind of lefty-righty splits for your guy right here. Hauser, 311 versus left-handed batters, 240 versus right-handed batters. And that was kind of the difference maker right here. Freeman obviously hitting over 320 in the month of August, 347 against right-handed pitching this season. Both him and Trey Turner both recorded 3 hits in yesterday's game. So both these guys.
It was a blowout. It was bad. That was bad. Bad game.
So I don't know. This is an interesting one, but Freeman's just been extremely consistent so far. Obviously, maybe not getting the attention he rightfully deserves. If you look through those stats, pretty impressive. He went through that heater, right? We were all on him for that hit streak he was on for a little bit. But ever since he kind of fell off that, people have kind of fallen off him, but he's still producing. Like I said, 320 in the month of August and 347 versus right-handed pitching. I like this one right here. Both of these guys have been extremely consistent. Minus 110 is a very good price.
Yeah, I do not disagree with this at all. My only thing here is with Hauser is at some point he's got to get back into form. I mean, he has been just so bad. That sinker has been terrible, and that's really what he uses dominant amount of time. Mm-hmm. He has always struggled versus lefties, but I feel like the biggest thing is any lefty you're going to have has to be able to go the other way. You have to be able to slap the ball to left field if you are a lefty, and you will easily crush Adrian Hauser because right now all of his 2-seats are just moving off. They're not even sinking anymore. It's just flat. So if you can just slap it the other way, it's going to be super easy. Base hit's going to be coming in bunches there. I'm very surprised to see Burns blow up like he did yesterday. But, hey, guess who didn't get blown up yesterday? Carlos Rodon, baby. Push him up that Cy Young vote. Alcantara got blown up by the Dodgers. Burns got blown up by the Dodgers. Gonsolin, I don't even know, dude. Freaking throwing 5 innings every game, dude. He ain't a Cy Young. Give it to freaking Carlos Rodon, baby. He's tied for first. Did you see that?
I did not.
He's tied for first in the MLB in strikeouts now. He had a game where he had only 3. So we're hoping.
Oh, yeah. No, we've been following that Rodon ticket since our first baseball show right here. I know you talked me and a lot of other people in here into it. So I'm definitely rooting for that one right here.
It just sucks because Cole throws against, I think, the A's in his next outing. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so that's his next start. I think Rodon has the Padres. So hopefully they slow playoffs. And Rodon has nothing to play for. Let him run out there a little more. All right, I will go into my play plus money spot for my spot today. I'm going to Orioles first 5. Give me the Orioles plus 100. I was surprised too. I thought I'd get a little bit more, especially with the Spencer Watkins side here. But the White Sox have been absolutely dreadful versus right-handed pitching. It's been really tough to watch these guys try to hit. They only have a 683 OPS as a team here. And you're facing off against an Orioles team that is crappy, man. These guys just find a way. Last night, too, Felix Bautista throwing 21 pitches to get 5 outs for 3 Ks. They just – dude, you really – once it gets into that back end, you're pretty much screwed. In this Orioles front line, I was so surprised to see how well this Orioles starting pitching staff has been throwing in the second half of the season. Even they have Jordan Lyles throwing halfway decent. That's like 8 years ago, the last time he's been throwing well. And then obviously talking the hype train on the Orioles, Lucas Giolito has been an absolute dump the second half of the season. Second half of the season, Lucas Giolito has a 7.4 ERA, 347 batting average allowed with a 5.04 slug. That's in 28 innings. That is not a small sample size. That's like 5-6 starts. Giolito's hard hit rate is way up. Everybody always talks about he has a wipeout changeup. Yes, that is true. He has a very good changeup. And that's why his splits are what they are. He cannot get right-handed batters out. He can't do it. Looking at his numbers, 336 to righties this year.
Wow.
And 230 to lefties, right? That changeup is a wipeout pitch. But when you go into it a little more, the changeup absolutely is getting rocked. 294 batting average, 500 slugging against your number one pitch. That is not encouraging. This Orioles team does have a lot of switch hitters. You also still have Mountcastle in the middle there. Obviously, Santander is a little bit better versus lefties, but still has been swinging a hot bat. Mullins, I would rather have Mullins versus a righty right now. I don't care if he has good splits. Mullins' splits are ridiculous, right? Adley Rutschman, second half of the season, has been hitting everything well. And 315 versus the four-seam fastball. Mullins is 318 versus the four-seam fastball, which is almost 50% of the time. And 25% of the time is that changeup, right? Both of these pitches have not been good. Giolito's stuff has been terrible. He's just leaving the stuff up in the zone, man. It's just you have to fade him at this point until he shows that he can do something different and get guys out from both sides of the plate. He's going to be just an absolute fade train here at this point. And 6.7 ERA at home, 4.5 on the road. It doesn't even matter. They're both not good. Like I'm gonna trust in Spencer Watkins here, as scary as that is. But like I said, they're bottom 10 against righties this year, and just continually cannot hit right-handed pitching. You still have no Tim Anderson. It's going to be very tough for this offense to get something going, and I think the Orioles find a way. I think that's a great price for it too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree, and I like, obviously, the directions the Orioles have been going and just letting these young guys kind of come up and play pretty well right here. And even if even looking beyond fading Giolito, who, like you said, has been rough this season, this offense on the White Sox hasn't shown any, strong resilience to put up runs for them. This has been, obviously, like you said, a very disappointing team this season, and especially against right-handed pitching. I mean, they're really relying on kind of when you have to rely on guys at the end of your batting order to do something kind of special every day, that's when something's wrong, right? When you got to rely on like Josh Harrison to randomly come in and hit a home run in like the 8 hole or something like that, because the guys at the top of the order, like you said, Anderson is out right now, and Robert and Abreu are just kind of strolling along. Not too much power in that lineup as well. So I agree with you right here. I think the Orioles, they're a very scrappy team, like you said. Has some push potential too as well. Obviously, when you don't have a favor right here, that's always a good fallback right here. So yeah, I'm fine with continuing the fade Giolito train right here.
Yeah, and I mean, what lefties does he have to worry about? Watkins is a little bit worse versus lefties, at least on the power side. Yeah. You also are in a huge park, so that right-handed power goes way down, right? Luis Robert hit a ball that's out of every single ballpark last night. It's the top of the wall. I tweeted about it. I'm like, dude, you have to be able to see that ball is like 385 feet to left field, and it's not a home run. Yeah. So this is a really tough ballpark for the White Sox too. And I mean, we're gonna go through this. Lurie Garcia, Yasmani went to the DL, or at least was sitting a few of these games. So there's not another lefty. Who else is there? You're throwing out Harrison. You're gonna have Moncada maybe, but he's under 200. Yeah, because he's a switch hitter. He sucks. He strikes out so much. There's just no one I'm worried about in this lineup besides obviously Robert and Abreu, and they haven't been able to hit righties this year either. So give me this. Yeah, I love it. I did not know this. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. That Mullins just might sneak his way into some stuff now because of this random fact there. All right. Question here before we get into Taylor Fade. Any thoughts here? We have Kyle Wright facing, I believe it's Mitch Keller. You have any thoughts on this one? I have my own stuff. I'll let you go first.
I kind of like it, but I don't feel super strong right here. I like the thing is I kind of like the Pirates. They're a little sneaky sometimes, but it's the first two guys. I like Contreras, right? I mean, he has some nasty stuff, obviously very young. And then I like Brubaker too. He's been sneaky consistent for me this season. Keller's kind of where I draw the line. I don't know if I'm interested in the Pirates at that point. Obviously, the Braves are the better team right here. It's just kind of, I don't know, any good team can get caught lacking. This isn't a great price right here. I would definitely lead the Braves, though. I'm not interested in the Pirates today.
I mean, if you're giving me minus 148 for that, I would wonder what the plus 1 is for the Pirates first 5, dude. Mitch Keller is bipolar as hell, dude. That guy is so bipolar. He's completely changed the way he pitches now. He used to pitch, you're either going to hit a homer off him, he's going to walk you, or you're going to K. He does not strike out like that anymore. He's got like a 20% K rate, but he's actually not bad. He's getting a lot of soft contact. Obviously, Kyle Wright's been good, right? But, I mean, he's still coming off injury. It's not anything like he came off that little bit of an injury stint there, but I just think that price is a little high for me. I don't mind it. I think the Braves are a lot better. I think that they should cover this. But, I mean, I always say it in here on these Wednesday slates, I prefer pitching on these early games. It's just a tough spot for batters to get out of their routine. That game starts in an hour. That game's literally at 11 o'clock, right? To be on that mainstream whatever show, whatever it is. But, yeah, I kind of like the Pirates +1 if I can get it at a reasonable price for the first 5. I think that's going to be a spot that a lot of people are going to go to. But the early games always screw everybody over. And everybody still wants to bet them because it's the first game. So I get it. I used to do the same thing, but I have yet to bet a first game of the day on a Wednesday since Austin Riley hit 4 piss rods and got out every single time. And then his next game, he hit a nuke. So ever since then, I have not bet the first game, and I am very happy that I have. All right, let's go to Taylor Fade. We have 2 spots here. No, definitely. I think they should cover it, but there's just like enough things have happened to us in those early games that it's just probably stay away for us. Pikkit, first one. Snell, 5.5 strikeouts. I think we're seeing 6.5 at a lot of places as well. Tough matchup here. You have a thought here against the Guardians. Snell taking the hill.
Yeah, I got Snell's strikeouts last matchup against the Nationals, but I don't know. Let's see, because the Nationals obviously aren't a great strikeout matchup, but they're not anywhere near as bad as the Guardians, right? The Guardians, I mean, they're just making soft contact all over the place, whether it's a base hit or an out. This is tough. I mean, it's 5.5 is low, right? We're seeing that's going to be pretty juiced at this point. You're going to have to probably pay the plus money for 6.5. I like it though. I know it's a tough matchup, but Snell's just been nasty the second half of the season. This is he's one of those guys. He's a high variance pitcher. He could go out there and walk 5 batters against this Guardians team. That's a real possibility. In like 5 innings, he could walk 5 guys, but he could also strike out 7 others along the way right there. That's how he obviously gets himself out of these jams. So I'm going to tail the public right here. I'm going to trust that Snell continues striking these guys out and continues this pretty good second half of the season, despite the tough matchup here.
Yeah, I like the over too. The Guardians are very, very good against right-handed pitching. They're not bad against lefties for strikeouts, but 23% K rate versus lefties versus 19 versus righties. 19 is unbelievable as a team. That is like an unbelievable number. But versus lefties a little bit higher, 23, a little bit more average. And you said it yourself. Snell's been fantastic. They have to have a good outing out of him. Like, there's no other way. They're not scoring runs. Actually, maybe they played Cal Quantrill on the road today, so maybe they will. But yeah, I like Snell over. I'll tail the public on this one. That is a great price. I would take this before I take the minus half. I think I would take the 1.5 at minus 138 before I take the minus 150 on the run line. Maybe we both win. All right, last one for Pikkit here. We have Framber Valdez over 5.5 strikeouts, facing off against the Twins today. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is in Twin Stadium, or is this? Nope, this one's in Houston. We have Framber, one of my favorite guys to back this year, at home. What is your thoughts here? You got a thought? Obviously, Framber's one of my dudes, so I love talking about him, but I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, I'm going over right here. I'm tailing the public. Framber's strikeouts obviously have been up if you've been paying attention. He's obviously known for being the guy that's led the league in those ground balls all season long, right? Ground ball percentage kind of been his thing. But recently he's been switching up the pitch usage a little bit, right? Going for a little bit more of these Ks in the second half of the season. Gone over in 4 of his last 5 starts. I like it right here. He's been good to me this season. And while, like we said, kind of he's known for those ground balls, that's kind of what maybe first comes to your mind. The K's have been there recently, and the Twins isn't a matchup I'm super scared of right here. So I'm gonna be tailing this one. I like it.
See, I would automatically lock whatever, bang this one in if I knew Byron Buxton was in and he's out. That's frustrating because Byron Buxton is a guaranteed 2 Ks.
Yeah.
Like guaranteed. Like at this point, he is just a K machine. But he's hit it in 5 of his last 6. I love Framber Valdez. He's he's literally made my thumbnail on 90% of my of the time he's thrown on our slates. But yeah, he's got a 26% K rate at home. The reason why I like this spot and probably why I'm going to tail here is because he's using that sinker more with guys on base to get the double play balls versus 2 strikes using the sinker. You said it too. That curveball is unreal at this point, dude. It is one of the lowest slugging percentage pitches in the MLB. They can't hit it. The break on that thing is unreal at this point. And Framber is on a streak that I don't know if anyone's going to break or come close to. He's had 20 consecutive quality starts in a row. So that means he's 6 innings every single time he needs 1 an inning. And I mean, a lot of them, I think the last 3, he's gone 7, right? So you're telling me I only need 1 an inning from an elite guy with a great pitch, and you're going to have Gary Sanchez at the bottom of this order, right? There's still a lot of strikeouts here in this lineup. Max Kepler is absolute trash this year. He is one of the worst. He is terrible. He is terrible this year. He had the juice balls, and he hit 30 nukes, and we thought he was good, and now he can't hit. I've watched so many Twins games because I've been backing Jose Miranda. I've been backing Polanco. They're both on my fantasy team. And I just cannot watch Max Kepler swing a bat again, dude. And now he's got a lefty-lefty matchup. Sign me up. There's going to be a fun time here. I think that Framber just mows these dudes down.
Yeah, and I was trying to find the exact number, but I believe since the All-Star break, his curveball usage, kind of like you mentioned, is up 7 to 10%. And like you said, obviously been one of the best pitches out there. Nasty, out pitch right there to kind of punch these guys out. So I might this one might even make it to the main card. You know what I mean? Maybe we bring it down 1-5 because, like you said, if he goes 6 innings every single start, we really don't need him to be a strikeout monster out there. So this is a good spot. I'm liking it for sure.
Yeah, I think this is a good thing to mention in there. And the thing about these two guys is they don't have a wipeout pitch. They don't have a pitch over 30% whiff, right? You have a guy here with a 40+% whiff curveball that he can use in pretty much any single one of these starts, right? And like I said, we talk about Miranda, we talk about that, we talk about Arias. I love having Arias from the left side. That's going to be a way better matchup for him. A lot of these dudes that are in this Twins lineup are swinging for power. Same thing with Correa, right? Same thing with Sanchez. They're going to probably have to start Jake Cave today or Celestino. I love Celestino. I won't talk shit about Celestino. That dude is an absolute tank, dude. But you have a choice of either Jake Cave or probably what's his face? Cave, Kepler, and Larnick are all there. Like, those are all lefties. They're going to have to put one of them in there with the absence of Buxton. So there's no way they're going to get away from playing left-handed batters in this lineup. And Framber has been crazy versus lefties this year. They have like a 200 batting average against him. Like, he's just been fantastic. Alrighty. Let's go to, that sounds beautiful, man. That sounds beautiful. I like it. All right, good thing we didn't do the second play for me, or else we'd be way over time limit. It's already at 28 minutes, so perfect. Got a couple questions in here, though. I will kick it to you for this first one, and I'll take the next one here. My guy Terrence in here talking about McClanahan under against the Angels. I for the life of me will not take an under against the Angels. I can't. But I also don't want to go over on McClanahan because he hasn't had a strikeout stuff, but he looked better in his last outing. I'm going to kick it to you because I want you to take the hard one. I'll take the easy one. I'll kick it to you.
You took I was like word for word going to say that because we had this discussion last outing where like the strikeout stuff just hasn't been there, but he started to finally look a little bit better. I believe he got up to 8 strikeouts, right?
That was Orioles though, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And now, the Angels, man. I don't know how you could play an under against the Angels. I really don't. Like, this team, I know Trout's back, right? I know that's obviously a good sign right here. But man, they're not really playing for anything. They don't look particularly good out there. I know they've got guys that are better against lefties, right? Rengifo, Trout. This is a pass for me, like a hard pass. I mean, the thing is, too, this could be one of those spots. If they're up 4-0, 5-0, he's obviously never pitched this much in a season. They're going to need him down the run. This isn't the most important game. If they're winning, I think this could be one where he doesn't get super deep into this game as well. So this is just a pass for me, man. I'm sorry I couldn't give a better answer, but this is a tough one. He could easily get over 7.5 right here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know if he's going to get very deep in this. I think they're going to run right through these guys, especially with who's throwing for them. I thought I looked at it earlier.
I don't remember his name.
I've never even Myers. But I'm on complete pass mode here. Tony brings up Miami and A's. I love the under here. I'm on the under 3.5 versus 5. I don't trust Miami's bullpen at all. But I love the under here. It'll be on my card. I have a lot of Cole Irvin on my card today. So, I'm all over this game. This is probably the one I'm going to have the most exposure to. And it's going to be one that I'm going to bet. But I don't know if I can watch this bet because these teams suck. They suck so bad, dude. But, I mean, you might as well do a 10K ladder on both those dudes. Throw a 10K ladder on Luzardo and Cole Irvin. Because these two offenses literally make me want to punch my face. Just rip my eyes out. Because last night, Pablo Lopez, I'm like, how is this guy not K'ing these guys? I'm watching these guys try to hit, and they're not even close. And I love the under. We have Dan, one of the OGs in here. Rays and Twins have been yanking pitchers lately. It sucks. Yeah. No, I saw Sonny Gray came out a little early in the Twins game. I don't know if I watched any of the Rays recently. You're the Rays guy now because of Harold, but
yeah, no, the thing about the Rays is they've been doing it all year, not even just recently. I mean, they've been very aggressive. I mean, when McClanahan gets pulled in those 6th innings, people go crazy on Twitter because, half of Twitter has him on that given day. And yeah, just to go back to that last one too, I told you right before the show that I almost had a no-runs first inning for like the first time all season. And it definitely was that Athletics Miami game because, man, like you said, those offenses are terrible. And I would play it, but the juice is like minus 160. So it's not like we're pulling one over on the books. They know that these offenses suck. So that's why I kind of had to pull back. But we almost had that no-runs first inning, first time on the show right here today.
Yeah, no, I 100%. I talked about this after the Rodon start. Rodon only had like 4 strikeouts against him, but he was going like 7 innings, right? They were letting him go deeper in the games. Luzardo, I think it's going to be interesting here because that guy literally has got some of the best raw stuff in the MLB. So I'm curious how they're going to attack him because he's just so hard to hit, but he can't throw in the zone. So do you swing early in the count when you know he might not throw strikes? He's probably like 55% strikes usually. So if you're going to be swinging a lot, I'm curious how that's going to kind of affect things because you can do that against elite pitchers because elite pitchers are not missing by a lot. Yeah. But you have a guy in Luzardo who's going to miss a lot and he's going to throw a lot of balls. But if you're swinging early, you're giving me a 0-2 count, 0-1 count with Luzardo. I'm taking that all the time. That's why I think that's an interesting spot because I have been watching the A's ever since the Rodon fuckery that happened. All right, we have a Coors Field questions. Yeah, I am completely off of everything Martin Perez today, and that is something that I usually will never say. It's for breaking balls. It's for your sliders. It's for your curveballs. It's for the high spin rate pitches, right? Changeups actually are probably better. Right, your 4 seams, your other stuff like that, they're going to come out better. The changeup's going to be filthy. I'm looking for guys with good changeups when I'm going to Coors Field because the spin rate's going to be lower. It's how it's going to be. And I don't know if I trust Perez if he's going to go just strictly fastball changeup against the number 1 hitting team against lefties. I can't. I want to back Martin Perez. He's my dude. I have like 4 of my guys on this slate, and it's making me really concerned that I'm going to have 20+ bets on this slate because Cole Irvin rode Cal Quantrill. We have Martin Perez. Like all these guys are on the slate, and I don't know what to do about it. It sucks. So, and I have Framber. I forgot about Framber. Those are my 4 of my top 6 bet pitchers this year, and they're all on this slate. So, my bankroll is going to be exposed today.
Yeah, you must have had a hard time picking that profile picture, that thumbnail for the show today, right? You were like, who do I go with? Who do I trust right here? But hey, these are our guys for a reason. They come through.
Yeah, Cole Irvin found his way to a past the prop one. He's never made it on past the prop, and I've bet him too many times. And I don't know if I wanted to put a Cal Quantrill picture on there because if I put and I'm gonna fade him, it's not. I don't want to put him on. I'd rather take him when he's at home where I'm like hyping him. But not just having him as my picture just to rip him apart because 5 days from now, I'm going to be hyping him when he's back at home. So, all right, guys, appreciate all your questions. Drop them in there if you want to bring those up anymore. We'll try to get to all of them. But let's get to our recap here, and then we'll do our home runs. And if we have any other questions, we'll get to those in a second. I'll kick it to you here first.
Yep, started out with Freddie Freeman and Harold Ramirez to both record a hit right here. This is minus 110 over on FanDuel. And then we're going to Taylor Fade, where I will be, looks like tailing the public twice today, going Snell over 5.5 strikeouts in a tough matchup, and Framber Valdez going over 5.5 strikeouts, and one that, after we talk this through, this one might make it to the card at some point a little bit later today.
Yeah, I love Framber today. I'll be on the over. I think we're double tailing, which is very concerning because of the no-run first inning of last week, of last show. But I'll be riding with the Orioles first 5 money line plus 100. I'll try to get all my other videos and stuff with some other plays out there too because I know I have a lot of spots that are going to be on the card today. And it sucks because most of them are starting early, so I'm going to have to get those out and cooking here. But all right, to the best part of the show here. I believe, who was it last time? Arenado and Bohm. Don't know if I don't think either one of them came through. So now it's time to go. We got to get at least one of them today. Who we got? Who's on your slate?
All right, I think we pulled Aaron Judge minus 130 to hit a home run. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Oh, that guy. Oh, those prices are terrible. He's not even on the slate today, though. This is an interesting one for me. I
would pick whatever you want because I have one that's going to be pretty high up there.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with Vlad Jr. in that case. He almost made the slate for a hit parlay today, but I like Vlad Jr.'s matchup against Bello. I'm not sure how deep Bello even goes into this game, to be honest. I heard some murmurs he's not even going to be much more than an opener, but he's he hasn't been great this season. I like Vlad to take him deep, plus 350. Like the odds on that.
What site has plus 350? Because then I'm going to look at this guy's. FanDuel?
Yeah. Do you want me to check DraftKings?
Okay, yeah, because you might need to do DraftKings.
It's better on DraftKings, 390.
Perfect. Okay, that works perfectly because I'm going to be going with one of my other boys, but he's going to be a hitter this time. Ryan Mountcastle today is going yard. He's going to take a nuke. It's going to happen. But if you went to, I was looking at it, Mountcastle is 330 on FanDuel, 450 on DraftKings.
Nice.
So huge odd boost there. I talked about it before. Giolito cannot get righties out. He can't. 336, 589 slugging. 14 of his 19 home runs have gone to right-handed batters. That is unreal. Only out of 53 innings, so good odds, good numbers, and obviously Ryan Mountcastle swinging the hot bat.
Yes, he is. All right, we're gonna put this in Mountcastle plus 450 and 390 are pretty good prices for those guys. I feel very solid about that one. Let's see, what does that bring us to? That brings us to plus 25.95 right here. Very nice odds for two guys that go out there and hit bombs all the time.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love to hear it, Terrence. Love to hear that you're popping in, Jose. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you tuning in for today's show. Monotone, what do you got for the people? We're a little over our budget on time, but hey, we're here for it.
Yeah, it looks like we've been real chill with these times recently, right? We're just going 40 minutes now, almost 2 shows in a row. That's okay, though. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Lots of questions today, which we definitely appreciate. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure to check out Pikkit Sports. That's obviously where we get our Taylor fade from. Both of us, I know, like to fade the public. Obviously, we tailed them today, but if you want to obviously keep that updated information, you got to go over to Pikkit with code PTP because it's 11/16 right now, and a lot of things change over the course of the day. And if the public really goes crazy over a guy, what's that? Book it with Trent goes heavy on someone. You're gonna want to know, and Pikkit will tell you who they're going heavy on. So PTP, you get between $3 and $100, completely free app. Great place to be. Love to be over there with you guys. Make sure to follow us both on Twitter as well. Monotone Football, Player Prop Savant. Let's go. Football around the corner, baby. We're almost there.
Close. A week or so away. Obviously got college football. I don't know. I think it's this weekend, right? College football has like the week zeros.
Yep.
Week zero. So I'll probably have a few bets, but not anything too crazy on those. But obviously the week after is going to be the fun one. Everything's coming back around. Obviously, we have some pretty big stuff happening here for the show. We'll keep you updated on that. I believe we might be able to drop it maybe Friday on just the info of what we're going to have. We'll have giveaways weekly. We'll have a bunch of other stuff. And I'm very, very excited. I think it's going to be a great year. Obviously, 3 videos this week a week for football versus 1. A lot more info, a lot more numbers, a lot more analytics, all the fun stuff. We'll be here for it. I can't wait for you guys, all you new subscribers, new people to the show, being able to check out our football stuff. It's definitely our favorite one to do. And hopefully we'll be able to be as successful as we were last year. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully we smack this 26-1. I think we are. Honestly, I don't know why they're giving me this price on these two guys, but sign me up. Hope you guys are doing well. Best of luck on your bets. Make sure you're managing that bankroll here. Hopefully we'll be able to make you some extra money for football season. So thank you guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.